What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster-in-chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with another episode of Budget Brews. And, I've got a pretty sweet one lined up for you. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's Budget Brew. Looking at Orzhov Humans. Man, I've been trying to make this one work for a long time now, and actually it almost feels like the budget version's been better than the upgrade. But as always, if you stick around to the end, we'll discuss upgrades for the deck. We do get to play a lot of sweet new cards and a lot of some of my favorite older ones, and we'll take it from the top as I always do and kind of run through the deck and just explain some of the many playlines and synergies that this little budget brew actually has available to it. Of course, I have done a little cheat, as I often do with these budget brew episodes, as I am running the good lands. There's of course alternatives. You could play the ones that gain you life, and I think Orzhov even has the one that draws you a card. I'm not mistaken. Does not. But you can play the Sunlit Marsh. You could play the one that gains you life. So if you're really on a budget, there are alternatives, but most people have the lands. It's usually the first thing you craft, and yes, the caves are new, but the Shattered Sanctum's been around for a little while, so hopefully you've got enough lands to run the deck properly. I'm going with 22 because we do have a very low curve, averaging out at 2.1 mana value. And we've got a full play set. 3 copies of Cut Down. So wait, there's not other than the lands. There's not a single other rare. It's all commons and uncommons. 3 copies of Cut Down for some early removal. 3 copies of Eaten Alive for a little bit more complicated to get at, because you do need to sacrifice a creature to reduce the casting cost down to 1, but in a pinch, if you've got no creatures to sacrifice, you can just pay 4, and it's Exile, creature or planeswalker. Really groovy. And then we've got 3 Infernal Grasp. So that's our removal package, but it doesn't end there, because we've also got one of the sweet little commons from Dominaria United, a Phyrexian Human Soldier. So lots of interesting creature types overlapping here, and you'll find that is the case with a lot of these. I've got a Phyrexian Human Cleric, Phyrexian Core Cleric, Phyrexian Human, Human Peasants, Human Soldiers, Human Assassins. There's lots of weird overlapping things, which means that some of these cards might be able to fit in Cleric Tribal or potentially Phyrexian Tribal next year in February when we get the new Phyrexia set. Can't wait for that one. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. Benalish Sleeper. It's one of the kicker cards from the new set that has 2 colors. So it's usually just 1 and a white, and you get a 3/1, which isn't terrible at face value. But then if you kick it, when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each player sacrifices a creature. So you can either sacrifice it, and the opponent has to sacrifice something, or one of the little other janky cards we have lying about. But usually it's just it. And that's pretty nice. And I can put it in with the removal package. Then we've got... and this is where the synergies begin. Whenever Panic Bystander or another creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. So if you're just kicking the Benalish Sleeper and sacking itself, you gain a life because of the Panic Bystander. And then it says that at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, you transform it. Then it becomes the Cackling Culprit. I love the art on that one. 3/5. Very nice blocker, and you can give it Death Touch by paying 1 and a black. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. And then it keeps the same line of text at the beginning of the card where, when something dies, you gain a life. So, pretty cool. Then we've got the Phyrexian Missionary, which is another one of these kicker cards. If you kick this one, you can bring a creature back from your graveyard to your hand. So, potentially, you can grab the Benalish Sleeper that you just previously sacrificed and bring it back. It's also got lifelink, which is great because it can help us get to that 3 or more life this turn that we gained to transform the Panic Bystander. Then we've got Elas il-Kor, the Sadistic Pilgrim. 2/2 with Death Touch. And whenever... So this is the only non-human in the deck. But it doesn't really matter in this specific build. We'll talk about why that matters in the upgrade guide at the end of the video. So stick around. But this one's pretty nice just by itself. Because whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. And then whenever another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So you can see how some of these are starting to stack up now. You know, you're gaining 1 life from this guy. You're gaining 1 life from this guy. When he enters the battlefield, then it dies. You gain another life, you know, starts to be quite a lot of life gain, but it does not end there. We also got a full playset of the Fleshtaker. Oh, sorry, before I finish that, whenever another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So it's gain a life when something enters the battlefield under your control. Opponent loses a life when you sack something. So you see, even if we're just sacking something to eat and alive, the opponent will lose 1 life. When Elas il-Kor is in play. It doesn't end there. The Fleshtaker. Those of you who've been fans of the channel for a long time will have seen this card and me trying to make it desperately work for a few different brews in the channel's history. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, you gain 1 life and you scry 1. You can see, like, you know, if you start to get like an Elas and a Panic Bystander and a Fleshtaker in play, whenever you sacrifice something, it's like trigger, 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 trigger. But it does not end there. We've also got a sack outlet. So you pay 1 colorless, sacrifice another creature. Fleshtaker gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And you can do that for however many things you have to sacrifice and for however many mana you have available. So this can become a 4/4, 6/6, and so on. And every time you do that, you're going to gain a life and scry 1. Fantastic. But it doesn't end there. The Bereaved Survivor as a 4/of. Another sweet little card from Midnight Hunt. Whenever another creature you control dies, you transform it. So you can see, like, how many of these, you know, whenever something's dying, you're getting a lot of triggers. And this one's great, because when it transforms, then it becomes the Dauntless Avenger, grows a little bit, becomes a 3/2 instead of a 2/1. And whenever it attacks, you return target creature with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. So, you know, potentially just get back another thing that then you can sacrifice again to one of our many sack outlets. So, yeah, another real sweet addition, which I'm having loads of fun playing with. And then, it doesn't end there. Desperate Farmer. It's a 2/2 with lifelink. Whenever another creature you control dies, transform it. Becomes a 4/3 with lifelink. So... lots of these death triggers, and it still does not end there. We've also got Aron, Benalia's Ruin, one of the new cards from the new set. One of these signpost uncommons. Menace, 3/3. You can pay an Orzhov, a white and a black, tap it, sacrifice another creature, trigger, 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 and then you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, which of course includes it. So, yeah, as you can see, loads of synergies, and the upgrade guide is quite clear. I can already tell you that what's missing from this specific version is a thing that generates more sack fodder, because you don't always want to be just sacking your Benalish Sleeper, maybe a Panic Bystander or what have you, but most of the rest of the cards you kind of want to stay on the battlefield. So I would say something like a Jerren or Wedding Announcement, something that makes, or even, I was thinking at one point to put, is it Festivity? No. Sorry. Human Token. Sunset Revelry. We might end up just cutting one of these, like maybe the Bystander, and just putting in a playset of Sunset Revelry. Draw cards, gain life, make more things to sacrifice. I don't know. If we'd rather have an additional thing, gaining us life, and then you just get a 3/5 death touch, which is good, but maybe it's better to just have the Sunset Revelry. So again, just stick around to the end. We'll talk about what we might be able to do to upgrade this little list. I have some ideas up my sleeve, but that is it for now. As far as the mana base goes, I'm keeping it obviously very simple in these budget brews. None of the Eiganjos, none of the Takenumas, just a little cheating here with the rare lands. And that's it. Let's jump into some games. See how the deck performs in the unranked ladder. Then Meta Mondays is shaping up nicely, and then I've got some incredible brews for next week. I'm really just super excited, especially about this one. Oh, just chef's kiss. I cannot wait to show you guys this one. The wins I have been having with that. I've climbed straight back up into the mid-90s from like the low 80s. And that's always a good sign when your brews are doing that without needing to play them on unranked and just in testing. I'm climbing. That's a good sign. That's the ones I keep to show you guys. All right, what's it gonna be? Oh, by the way, I'm going to my aunt's 90th birthday tomorrow. Can you believe it? The old lady's turned 90, and or turning 90 tomorrow. Gonna be a big lunch, lavish affair, probably plenty of wine. I hope I'll be able to put up a video. I'm fairly certain I'll be able to, but if I don't, now you know why. But I am bringing my laptop along. It should be okay. Heyo! We're starting to do things.
Speak, the entire forest is in awe.
So far, so good. However, I am fearing... Okay.
Symbiosis is harmony. Trees can fight their own battle.
Okay. 2 Wrens back to back. Sure.
Every seed contains great potential.
Run away. You'll be safer. Let your blade do the talking.
It's a big beefy tree folk. He's of course gonna make another one.
From root to canopy, the trees are mighty.
At least he's not gonna hit us with a sweeper.
If a fight's coming,
Ah.
I'll be on the front lines.
You know, you bring your budget brew into unranked, hoping that the algorithm will do something for you, but
I know there's a hero inside you.
no such luck.
Bow before Phyrexia.
That's frustrating. Aff. Okay. Next. There's not much I can do against that. Uber, like, million rares and mythics and 3 planeswalkers. Very little I can do against that. But the beginning there was pretty nice. I wonder what our, like, a good matchup would be. Maybe something a little bit more aggressive that's trying to just empty their hand with cheap creatures and we just gaining life and things. And I wonder if mono red might be good or bad against this. I have been testing it a bit. That is the first time I've played against Bant planeswalkers, however. Of course it's control again. Of course it is. Alright. Angels. Cool. Zorius Angels. Cool, man. Argus here. Still haven't played with this card. I've been seeing CGB doing some stuff with it. Seems a bit silly.
I hope you're ready to lose. Keep watch for intruders.
Woo.
I guess that's it then.
Board wipe could be very likely at this point, unfortunately for me. Whatever he targets. Transform the bereaved survivor. Get to scry. A GG. A GG, my friend. Woo! that was pretty cool. That Bereaved Survivor is not too shabby for a common, I must say. Alright, 1 win, 1 loss. On to the next one. I love these budget brew episodes. I have so much fun, honestly. Like, it's a real... There's that saying that, like, limitations are the mother of invention or whatever. You can, because, you know, you're like, okay, I can't use all of those good cards, so I've got this. So now, you got to think about it a lot harder, and it's interesting. I find it really interesting. Bugger. The Fleshtaker is probably not too long for this world. Here comes a play with fire. He's gonna have another one for sure. Ready? No? Okay. This is going to be great, because he's going to flip into a 4-3 lifelink. Ow! Baby! You might have a lightning strike or something. Death Touch is obviously fantastic here. If we get another land and he plays something like, I don't know. Yeah, there's that. Burn down the house. Of all things. Come on, no? Ooh. Big old Devastator. One more land, we can Fleshtaker. Oh, ooh, ooh. That hurts a lot. Cameo's safekeeping. Oh my goodness. The luck, my friends. That is just bonkers. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If he's just got any kind of burn spell, we're dead. Of course. Nice. Very nice. Twinferno again. So sick. I love that card. Well played, opponent. That was sick, man. I couldn't risk it, just lose my one creature that was going to maybe gain us some life next turn, so I had to just not block there, but I had a feeling it was either going to be a lightning strike to the face or Twinferno. I should be playing that more in my Gruul deck, man. Which, by the way, I'm on like 76% win rate in 30 games. It's going super good. I can't wait to show you guys that one on Tuesday. Meta Mondays. Serious Jank Tuesdays on Wednesday. Stay tuned. Gruul on fire. I'm slamming people with the thing. I'm keeping it even hidden on my Untapped because I want you guys to see that one for yourselves. I'm keeping it a bit of a surprise. I haven't seen anyone playing it quite like this. Beating on mono black. My win rate is just... yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. So 1 win, 1 loss. Sorry, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. Ah. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Be 3rd land into Rafine. Probably just concede at that point. I don't know why I just don't keep my mouth shut. My silly mouth shut. What's this? Oh, Edgar. Okay. GG. Ah, there's no way I'll get around this. I don't think. Well. Oh, crap. Wrong card. I thought this was Eaten Alive. Ah, oh, bugger. We're just screwed. Next. Hey, these budget brews do what they can. Don't expect... I mean, the best one we've had so far... And I mean, this is only episode 2, but... Balmor, the Is It Spells one... That was some serious budget brew action. Really strong, overpowered uncommons in that one. Here I'm doing my best. When you run into these dudes with the super decks and unranked, it's very tough. But hey, budget brews, I don't care. I'm uploading whatever happens tonight. I'm not gonna edit anything. I'm not gonna cut out any of the games. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. It just gives you a good baseline if you want to play like human aristocrats, and then I'll show you at the end what we can do to make it a lot stronger. And probably a lot of the cards that I'm going to talk about in the upgrade guide you've already got, because there's kind of standard staples, and not all of them are new. Pillager. Sure. Whatevs. Shuffle. Rearrange. Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt if I don't deal with them soon, but what can I do? This costs 2 to activate. One of them gets... This is another sweet card. Probably next week's budget brews. Going to be looking at defenders. It's actually not bad in ranked even. I've been testing it out. Okay. I think we just got cut down. Because there's this white defender that makes birds for however many things with defender you have in play. It costs 4 mana. It's probably the best card in the deck. And you want to make sure that they have almost nothing with defender on the board when they do it. We have no artifact removal. Something that we can deal with when we upgrade the deck, which I will show you shortly. Alright. Oh, go on. I mean, you're gonna do the token, obviously. It's not that difficult. Yeah. Stop the life gain train a little bit. Of course. Of course. There's always another one. We get another land, I'll go farmer, bystander, and then save the Benalish Sleeper and try get like some double transforms here. Ooh. Okay, 1, tap, untap, make another 1/1. Oh, that's pretty busted. Interesting. I guess he's trying to build up maybe to a oh. Maybe he's trying to build up to a rabble rousing. more fateful absences? Sure. Ha. Yeah. Definitely a rabble-rousing deck. I can feel it. Super cool. You don't get to see the Halo Fountain much, honestly. Tap now, draw a card. Probably go for that. Come on, give me one more land. I don't know how we're gonna get around this. Oh dear God. Yeah, that's GG. Too many strong cards. And a rabble rousing just to really put the nail in my coffin. The Pillager with a sweet mono white deck. I like it a lot. Ay caramba. Sick, man. So nice. Very nice, man. It's a tad too late, hey. We'll just block with the... that's game. It's gonna be the game. Oh dear Lord. There's very little you can do, guys. Okay, so I mean, fine. 40 minute mark. Not doing very well. Let's upgrade the deck and see if the final match of the night can be a little bit better. So, what would we do to improve this brew? Well, the answer is quite simple. First off, Secluded Courtyard. When it does this yard, there we go. Eiganjo. Takenuma. Right. Then we take out the Eaten Alive and put in, of course, Rite of Oblivion. Then we get rid of the Desperate Farmer and the Bereaved Survivor. And we're going in with Jerren, 3 copies, and Wedding Invitation. Who plays it? Ta-da! There is even an answer. You could take out the Panic Bystander and throw in the Peacekeeper. Also human. And there you have it. Upgraded budget brews. As you can see, we've brought in a ridiculous amount of rares. Yeah, compared to the previous version, this should be a lot more competitive. And the mana base is much better. Everything about it just... You know, the Jerren now will be creating these humans, as well as the wedding announcement that gives us more things to sack to the Rite of Oblivion. And we potentially can transform Jerren into Ormondal. We can give our humans life gain with the Jerren's second ability there. Yeah, the Peacekeeper just stalling the opponent from casting certain things. And the wedding announcement just buffing your whole squad and making more things to sacrifice to the Fleshtaker, to the Aron, etc. Very, very nice little upgrade there, I think. Let's see how this performs on the unranked ladder for the final match of the night. Clear path to upgrade. Like, it's obvious the commons that are still good in a budget brew. Also kind of, I guess, depends what your MMR is. I think that's how the algorithm figures it out. Probably gonna get counted. I'd rather the wedding announcement gets counted than Anointed Peacekeeper for whatever reason. Oh wow. Zap! Straight away, just way better. Peacekeeper forcing tough decisions. A much stronger 3-drop than any of the other guys we were running in the previous version. This one actually feels like there's something to it. And obviously, this is a deck that would have loved to play the Meathook Massacre. Sweep your own board at some point. You've even got the Elas il-Kor down. So you get, you know, for all the creatures that you have that die, you get the triggers from the Meathook Massacre and from Elas il-Kor. Would have been sick. Of course, there's only 2 of these in the whole deck. You get them in the opening hand. The number of times that nonsense happens is just mind-boggling. Ha! We have ourselves a Mire, ladies and gents. No mana. Okay, so it's clerics. Mana. Mana, 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 mana. Mr. McNoobie. Ouch. Yes, baby, yes. That's what I like to see. Mm-hmm. You can go for the Banishing Slash. That's okay. Okay, so he does have the mana for the Priest. He goes for the Slash instead. I'm gonna use Cut Down on the Shadowrite Priest. If he plays it. Even got a Sanctuary Warden in here. Oof. Please attack. Yes, yes. Sure. Gotta watch the Destroy Evil if we actually use Aron. Bring back the Sleeper. Whew. Elas. I think we just use Aron and win the game. Badoosh! Got him! Humans versus clerics. I mean, most of mine are clerics as well, but that felt pretty damn nice. Alright, ladies and gents, that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. Budget brews plus upgrade guide. I hope you enjoyed it. Jumping back into it with my final thoughts. There's definitely something to this. Some cool new cards making an appearance. I really enjoy like this cycle of, you know, kick the Benalish Sleeper, it ends up in the yard, then you kick the Phyrexian Missionary, bring back the Benalish Sleeper. Every time, you know, you're triggering the Jerren, and yeah, loads of life gain potential. The stalling, the wedding announcement, we didn't get to play it there in those matches, but You know, if you're playing this and then you've got Elas down, you're gaining life as well. So then you can sort of do the up and down jiggle so that you can potentially actually get an Ormondal. I did it in testing yesterday, twice actually, which is 2 more times than I've ever done it in like the last year. I've only ever seen Ormondal on the battlefield once on my side of the board, and I got it twice yesterday, because you can quite easily sort of lose a lot of life by, you know, casting things like Infernal Grasp, or just taking some damage, or, you know, having your creatures, your humans die. Jerren, you know, triggers you for that, and then eventually you got to have 6 mana and 13 life exactly at the end of your turn. But then you get Ormondal, and then it's like 6/6 Frampler with lifelink that draws you cards. Amazing. But that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. As always, thank you so much for watching. Those of you who stick around to the end, you are my favorite people in the whole wide world. Don't forget, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be seeing you all tomorrow with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.